Hey YouTubers, after you're done with this video, don't forget to check out the newest collab between me and D-Free over at his channel, in which we talk about the 6 biggest wasted opportunities of Dragon Ball Super thus far. And also, remember to support Koala. He did both of our banner arts for both of our channels, and he's very talented. Anyway, enjoy the video. Hey YouTubers, and we're back today with another Dragon Ball discussion video, and today I'm joined by the awesome, you haven't seen him in my channel for a really long time, but we're really lucky to have him back on the channel, D-Free DBZHD. You want to say hi?
Hey. What's up, man?
Nothing much. Anyway, guys, today we're going to talk about the fight between Goku and Hit in episode 39 and episode 40 respectively. And not just like, we're not talking about motivation, we're not talking about character, we're just, honestly, I want to talk about not just like who Hit is, but what is Super doing in this franchise. Honestly, this is more of a rant video than anything else. I really want to know what D-Free has to say, but honestly, I kind of feel like they're just breaking Super left and right in terms of the logic or power scaling or anything that's going into this show. First of all, we have Hit being introduced in the series, and Hit's like, okay, well, he's been around for 1,000 years. He has this Tokotobashi time skip that he's never really had to push himself to any real degree. He completely wrecks Vegeta, although he said, like, Vegeta, anyone else would have died from what I did. You're obviously very strong. And then you have Goku come in, and he's able to like kind of predict, which helps Hit improve and everything, and they're going blow for blow until Goku comes in and does a times 10 Kaioken. And it's like, what the hell is going on? He should definitely be stronger than Beerus and Whis at this point, but that's a whole nother video. And like, right now we have like Hit actually going blow for blow, if not even better, and improving drastically to the point where he can actually overspeed Goku and actually stop time even further and hit Goku to the point where if he was using his entire strength, quote unquote, air quotes and everything, what the hell is going on? If you are not, and if Hit is not using his entire strength or his entire like ability or anything like that, how is he improving so much if he's not being forced to his limits? Like, I'm completely baffled by this. D-Free, do you want to like jump in here and kind of tell people what your thoughts on this are?
Well, yeah, definitely, man. I completely agree with you. It's just simple concept, you know. The way you get better at anything is, you know, you practice at something, which he clearly said he didn't do, or in context of like a show like Dragon Ball or a shonen, these guys get better because they're put into a corner. Now, Hit was seemingly put into a corner, but this is where we get into things like Dragon Ball Super writing itself into corners and holes and stuff like that, because they didn't have to include that line of dialogue where it says, oh, Hit can't really fight at his full potential because he can't use his killing techniques. So that means that he's basically holding back. Him holding back means that he was freaking astronomically stronger than he really was. You know, Goku even said, you know, had he been able to use his full power, I would have probably lost right there with that hit. So, wait a minute, how is this guy even getting better? How is his Tokidobashi improved to where it's, you know, half a minute or however long it was? Because I don't believe they gave us insight into how long it ended up being. Because he said he got it a little further after the 0.5, I'm pretty sure. You know, how is this guy really just improving out of nowhere? It's kind of a head scratcher because it's not something that you really should be able to do. I mean, you could say one thing like, okay, he's not adept at fighting, doesn't have good skills or whatever the case is, but this guy was in stances. He knows what he's doing. He knows martial arts. So that's off the table. He has the ability to shoot beams. He can freaking fly. You've even spectated or speculated whether or not the guy just learned how to do some of those things. It's kind of like all over the place with Hit, and you didn't have to do this. Things were fine the way that they were, okay? You know, and it's something that they did with Goku too, where we thought that him and Vegeta were on the same level, but Goku had this crazy freaking, you know, MacGuffin in the back corner where he's like, oh wait, hold on, I can get 10 times stronger. Don't even worry about it, bro. I can get 10 times stronger. Okay, boom. How did Goku get 10 times stronger and Vegeta not know? It's just not possible. Like, come on now. And then they say Hit is on this guy's level. That's the crazy thing, is that Hit is on this guy's level after 10 times of strength, but he still is getting stronger. So does that mean Hit is now stronger than Beerus and Whis? Because, you know, Goku should technically be stronger than Beerus and Whis at a 10 times multiplier of Super Saiyan Blue, despite the fact that the show will never technically come out and say that they're stronger. You know, like, I don't know, man. It's just all over the place.
Well, the thing is, and if for anyone who's actually gotten this far, I want you to go down in the comment section below, and if you agree with us, then just comment #hits not hitting. Like, honestly, he is not throwing the punches that he can actually throw, and that's what makes it so obnoxious. Hit is not supposed to, like, Hit cannot do this with Goku and everyone else, where you just have someone who's incredibly strong. He is not like Goku. He's beyond Goku. I don't think Goku can even catch him, because Goku is basically killing himself to even reach his power. Hit's not doing any of that. Hit is fine after this turn, like after this fight. He could, like, he might be afraid of Champa or Beerus or Vados or Whis or something because, like, the story dictates it. But as you said, they should be stronger. Like, there's no way that they're not stronger than these guys right now. And, you know, he should be able to, Vados doesn't know, or even, like, Vados doesn't necessarily say that she knows how to counter that. Obviously, Champa probably could after watching Goku do it. But if Hit hits with the ability to kill people, and that's his strength, so he could use that on Champa without him knowing and kill Champa. Obviously, the story's not going to do that. Okay, whatever. The thing is why are we sitting here and this show is constantly breaking itself in terms of power scaling? Because as we've said before, the fight with Beerus meant nothing. It was just kind of like finding a new mentor and having a glorified sparring session, really. Bringing back Frieza was something that was completely okay. This guy's going to take the L from the very beginning. He's not going to take away the win. Like, obviously, you're bringing back one of the biggest losers in Dragon Ball history. This guy is done. And now we're in this tournament and we're introducing to Hit, who essentially can't be beat. I mean, obviously, like, he could, I'm sure he will some point in the future if they decide to keep him in the story at all, which is still really, we don't know whether that's going to happen or not. So, like, what is going to happen here where every time they're introducing new villains or new levels of power and we're not earning anything? The original Dragon Ball and the early days of Dragon Ball Z, before we kind of got into the Buu saga, allowed us to earn those power-ups or those power levels, those increased power levels by like training or the Sacred Water or Zenkai boosts or Super Saiyan transformations or something like that. We're getting into this realm where, okay, well, Goku can do his times 10 Kaioken with the Super Saiyan God, or there's a Super Saiyan ritual, or they'll just go into Whis' staff and come out with a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan ability. It's like, there is no way this show has gotten so ridiculous that even the villains need to be ridiculous enough to even fight them. They're not or they're just going to have to go and fight the gods of everything or whoever. It's perplexing to me. I feel like this show's kind of running away with its own ideas and doesn't have a clear path or goal in mind of what it's trying to do or how it kind of wants to dictate who's fighting and what strength they're fighting out and like who is actually stronger than one person or another. So to me, it's just gotten obnoxious.
Well, the thing is, and I think that the most important thing to note is that the show kind of got to a point where these guys were just simply too freaking strong. So how can you raise the stakes, Mark, like we've talked about in a video before? How can you really raise the stakes in the show without introducing, stronger characters? And at some point, how can you keep making your main character strong enough to combat these other characters? That's where you get into Super and it's just pulling shit out its ass left and right because that's the only thing it can really do. It can come up with things that make a little bit more sense, sure, but it's just flat out obnoxious how strong these guys are in general at this point. And I think that, when it comes to like Hit's ability and his improvement, once again, this guy wasn't even fighting at full power against the guy Goku, who shouldn't even been as strong as he is. Like, it doesn't even make any sense how Goku got that strong, but Hit is a guy that, is 1,000 years old. It makes a bit more sense to say that he's somewhere, in that power range. But, for Goku to simply get there and for Hit to be fighting him blow for blow and Hit to be holding back, that's complete BS. It's malarkey. I call BS on that. And, it's just, the show just, it has nowhere to go. It's just going to keep doing this because they've writ themselves in this corner to where that's all they really can do.
I just want to say in terms of, and I completely agree with you, and I have, we're not just sitting around like discussing or ranting or kind of doing all this stuff or like, oh, Super's bad or everything, there's no way, and people aren't going to sit around and go, well, it's bad, stop watching it, or, how would you fix it? Here's how I would fix it. Honestly, Hit can stop time for 0.1 seconds. That's it. It's like the arc before, they made a big point to say, for Whis to train Goku and Vegeta and go, look, the reason you can't hit me is because my body moves without having to think about where I'm going, and it just automatically reacts. Goku, you're better at this than Vegeta because you already think less than him. Not even Beerus can do this. That's how you fix it. The show already wrote a way to fix it, and it decided to go away and do something completely different and make both characters ridiculously stronger in the terms of a fight. Less than an episode worth of fighting. And it's just obnoxious that we're sitting around and we have to witness this because it could have just Hit's ability couldn't have improved or something. He could have been a good fighter. He could have been holding back because he didn't want to kill Goku, but he had that power in him and nothing was pushing him to even greater limits. But Goku just understands now, because he's been training for 3 years, and we told him to kind of practice and maybe think about trying to do this. And Vegeta probably wouldn't have even known that he was doing this. He could have just okay, I've kind of started to master it. I kind of understand the rhythm of it, of reacting without thinking, and my body just reacts. And so it's not a huge time skip, and I can just kind of dodge him sometimes. That's how you fix it. The show had a way to fix it, and it didn't take advantage of it.
Yeah, and that's not something new either. That's something that happened in the Frieza saga too, where Frieza comes in and he's just incredibly strong out of nowhere. The show it continues to find ways to once again make these other guys stronger because they have to keep raising the stakes. And as far as Hit, I completely agree with you, man. They could have, is where we get into the lack of dialogue or adding more dialogue or simply changing the direction of things with these characters to where, once again, Hit, he didn't need to improve. He didn't have to improve. He was already fucking strong enough. He's got to keep getting stronger. And then to say that Goku's going to outspeed time itself. How does that happen? I don't care how strong this guy is. You don't outspeed time, okay? That's total BS. I don't. No, I'm done.
Speaking of, and we're going to end it with that, but hashtag, if you've gotten this far, hashtag Goku versus Superman round 3.
Oh, that should be fun.
Because this is bullshit. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave D-Free's channel and everything in the description below. I'll probably even put it up on the video somewhere around here. And, go check him out if you haven't seen him already and you're sub to me. I don't know how that happened, but hey, Stranger Things, right? So anyway, he does awesome freaking content. He uploads daily. He has 2 channels. I don't know how he does that, but anyway, guys, D-Free, thank you so much for being on this video with me.
No problem, man. It's been a long time, and it was definitely pretty fun. I always enjoy ranting about Super, which is a show that we all love and want to see succeed, but it's just disheartening when you see a show make so many mistakes. So that's where we're at.
Especially, and at least this is just my opinion, but especially when you know how to take it in a better way.
Exactly.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely tell us your thoughts in the comment section below. Do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, not only to me, but to D-Free, who will be in the description below. Go check him out if you haven't already. Anyway, have a nice day, everyone. Bye.
Peace.